Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of the Three Cellars Beer Advent Calendar here in 2024. As always, I'm Josh.
And I'm Ross.
And I'm Lyle. Back for 24 days.
Woo. So we are on day 3. We are busting right into this Three Cellars Advent Calendar. A couple of good beers in so far. Been pretty impressed. Very curious to see what we have. I don't know what we have. Mr. Lau doesn't know what we have. Ross is the sneaker peeker. He's the sneaker peeker. And I'm going to pop this thing open. And we got a bottle.
Good job.
And
Well done.
Ooh, it's Southern Tier. It is the Chestnut Praline. Now, Southern Tier is based out of New York, from what I recall correctly.
Lakewood, New York. I can't remember exactly where, but
Yeah, so they make
You guys know all this because I have no idea.
They make some pretty good beers. They were actually one of the breweries that got me into craft beer a little bit, I think, back in the day. They used to make a really good chocolate stout. I don't know if they still do. This thing comes in at 8.6%. It is an imperial ale, so based on that high ABV, I believe that's why they're calling it that. And is there anything else about this thing?
What is a praline? Is that a dessert of sort?
It looks like some kind of nutty chocolate thing. Jen, what's a praline? What's a praline? It's a nut. It's a nut. It's a type of nut.
All right.
A confection made from nuts and sugar. So that makes sense. And it's got a pretty Christmassy
sense. It has milk sugar in it.
Pretty Christmassy looking bottle there.
3 days in, they're definitely leaning heavily into the winter Christmassy theme beers so far, which isn't the worst thing. They've been good so far.
No, and it's a little different. I think historically there's been a lot more like variety in there. Not that there hasn't been variety so far, but very well themed beers at this point. Pour this thing out. I'm guessing it's going to be an amber colored, similar to the.
Ooh, it's lighter.
Okay. Pretty clean coming out of the glass. Lots of carbonation bubbles. Nice, kind of darker golden color to this.
Yeah, much more ale than amber. So
mine looks a little darker on camera than yours does, Ross. Well, and Lau's looks similar to mine. It looks lighter in person than I think it does on that camera.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a little more light golden color. Lots of carbonation bubbles in this, though, which I usually get from beers from Southern Tier, actually, that are of this variety. To the nose we go.
You can already smell it.
An imperial ale.
Ooh.
Wow.
It's the sugar.
Now, we said yesterday's seemed nutty. This one is definitely nutty on the nose.
Yep.
There's a lot of like candy sugar.
Yep. I was gonna say it smells like a candied sugar. Probably smells like a praline. If any of us knew what a praline was.
Probably.
It's a sugary confection with nuts, apparently.
Yeah, it's what it is. It smells very sugary. Like there's almost like a bit of a sour twinge on it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Southern Tier is kind of known for some of those heavier desserty or beers and everything, like the creme brulee and everything like that. Like this is kind of up their alley.
You're very much getting that sugar.
Yep. Let's try this thing out.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
Ooh. Okay. Very much got the nuttiness to it with some sweetness.
Like almost like confection sugar, like kind of tone to it with the nuttiness. I mean, it's very candy. It's very
Nice.
nut candy.
I like the roasted. I feel like it's got like a roasted flavor to it, like roasted nuts almost. Like
it does.
Oh, go ahead, Ross.
It does taste like that. To me, it tastes artificially. And for me, it's kind of coming off like chalky.
Interesting.
I can see that from the milk sugar in there.
Like,
that's how I usually feel like with some of those brewing project ones that have milk sugar in them. I get that chalky like mouthfeel to it, and I don't like it. I don't get that on this.
I actually like this quite a bit. I think it's got a good it's got a good candy nut characteristic to it. I like the malt characteristics too. It's like it's got a deeper, full-bodied, full flavor tonality to it from start to finish. It's a very Christmassy holiday feel type beer, sans all those crazy holiday spices that I don't like in a beer. I'd much rather have this over like ginger or something else like that beer.
None of the ones we've had so far have had those heavy Christmassy spices in it, even though some of them had seemed like they were going to from the can.
Yeah, none of them out of the first three have had that.
Right. That's what I mean so far.
I don't like this.
I think you've made that clear. Yeah.
I like it. I think it's good. It reminds me of those nuts you can get, those like roasted candied nuts that you can get at like sporting events or at like carnivals or those types of places.
Heavenly nuts, like the roasted ones with all the sugar on it, that like AmFam?
Yeah.
No, do not defame those nuts with this beer. Those are so damn good. I love those. This tastes nothing like those at all. You are nuts. Pardon the pun.
That was a bad dad joke. That's what I'm getting.
We are off the chain here, folks. Okay, let's give this thing a rating. Southern tier. The Chestnut Praline Imperial Ale coming in at 8.6%. Mr. Lau, where are you putting this nut ale?
I'm going to put it at 3.75. I'm enjoying it. I think it's really good. I think it reminds me of those delicious nuts, Ross. And I'm not upset that I'm drinking it right now. It's not as good as the other ones that we've had day 1 and 2, so I'm going a little bit below there, but overall it's quite tasty.
Josh, where are you going?
I'm also going 3.75 on this. I do like it quite a bit. I've been pretty lockstep with Lau across these first three. I think it's pretty good. I would definitely choose the first two beers over this one if I had to rank them. However, I'm enjoying this. I like the spirit of it, and I think it's a well-made beer. Maybe a little over the top on the sugary sweetness component, but I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it.
I'm going 2.25. I do not like this beer. I like a lot of things from Southern Tier. I really do, but I do think because of Southern Tier's boldness with some of the things they do is very hit or miss for me. It's very boom or bust. Either I really enjoy what they do or I don't enjoy it at all. And there's nothing in between for me. And this is definitely on that low end of the spectrum. It tastes chalky. It tastes very artificial to me. It's not up to par to what they normally do with some of their really good dessert beers. I don't know what I'm tasting. It is bad. And part of the score is despite Lau's stupid take about them tasting like the peanuts at Miller Park, because you are dumb and you are incorrect. It's not even close. I'm really upset that you said that. So
I will say that I'm glad no one has referred to it as AmFam Fields yet on this call.
Yeah, definitely.
Both, actually. But
I
think I've actually said both now.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Miller Park. All right. Southern Tier, New York making an appearance here on the channel in the Advent Calendar series. Always fun to try some beers from them, even if Ross doesn't like it. So good stuff here. We are through day 3 in the beer advent calendar here from Three Cellars. Have you tried this? Let us know what you think. Are you drinking your Three Cellars advent calendar right along with us? Boy, I hope so. All 13 of you. We
Better be Tyler.
will see all of you on day 4. Thanks for watching.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.